halkan waa telefishinka caalamiga Universal TV xaruntiisna xarunta dhexe magaalada London iyadoo barnaamijkeena caawiyaha barnaamij gaar ah kamid ah barnaamijyada gaarka ah ku wareysano qaybaha kala duwan ee bulshada iyo waliba dadka magaca ku dhaxlay bulshada barnaamijkeena caaw waxa martiino ugu ah waa markay timaado xagga fanki iyo suugaanta kaliya ma hatan Soomaalida sidoo kale caalamkeenu ku noolnahay waxaan jecelnahay caaw inaan iskiin barno waa gabar ku dhalatay magaalada Muqdisho caasimadda dalka Soomaaliya hooyadeed ay tahay Ethiopian hooyadeed laftirkeedu ku dhalatay magaalada Muqdisho abaheedu yahay Talyaani haddana jecel dhaqanka iyo waliba guud ahaan afka Soomaaliga ma jecelahay in badan oo su'aalaad qabtiin hadii ay beedna qaybaha dhexe barnaamijkeena weydii kartiin iyadana inuu caaw barnaamijkeena ku wareysano muuqaaladeeda qaar ka midana aynu jecelnahay dawadaasha inaan la wadaagno Saba Anglana, she's a singer, you are a singer and songwriter, and it's good to have you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me. Haween wanaagsan. Yes, definitely. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you too. Thank you for coming along. Run ahaantii afka Soomaaligana way ku hadli kartaa qayb kamid ah xoogaa yar. waxay jeceshahay maadaama ay Muqdisho ku dhalatay laakiin sanado badan ay ugu dambeysay caawo in aad wax badan aad ka dhageysateen sidoo kalena aan xasuusin doona hadii beedmo magaalada Muqdisho ay ku dhalatay sawirro aad u qurux badan iyo muuqaal qurux badan inta barnaamijkeena loo guda jiray hadii beedmo iyadu sida u jeceshahay magaalada ku dhalatay Saba, let's go back to your background information a bit more. You are a singer, a songwriter, born in Mogadishu in Somalia. Yeah. That's the capital city. And yet again, you were born to an Ethiopian mother in Mogadishu. And then your father was an Italian.
Yes.
But you yet love Somalia. You love Mogadishu. Tell us more about that.
Not only me, the entire my family, they were completely in love with Mogadishu. I think my father, he was Italian. He was more Somali than my mother, than my grandmother, than everybody, because he loved so much. He always said that he wanted to die in Somalia. Unfortunately, he couldn't. He died in Italy several years after. Because unfortunately after the revolution and we left the country, we were obliged to leave the country, and so we always felt a sort of homesickness.
Absolutely.
For Mogadishu and for Somalia. I was born there. That was my cradle. I still have memories. I think real memories, because whenever I speak with my mom, I always tell her, I remember the sea, I remember the smell of the sea, I remember that Mogadishu was a white town. It was so beautiful, it was smiling, there was the sun, and people were sweet. And I still remember little things about our daily life. And she's really surprised, and I said, you don't have to be surprised, because the first things in your life that you record in your mind are the one that's still you keep it for the rest of your life. That's why Mogadishu is so important for me.
Certainly. Waayahay daawadayaal Saba waxay leedahay hooyadeed waxay Ethiopian abaheedna wuxuu Talyaani waxayna ku dhalatay magaalada Muqdisho abaheed Talyaani isagu yahay haddana laakiin wuxuu jeclaa inuu ku geeriyoodo gudaha dalka Soomaaliya oo mar walba wuxuu dhix jiray waxaan rajeynayaa inaan ku dhinto wadanka Soomaaliya balse kadib dagaaladii sokeeyay way soo qaxeen Saba oo iyadoo magaalada ku dhalatay laftirkeeda si fiican uma garanayso way soo qaxeen Talyaaniga tageen sanado kadibna abaheed halkaas ayuu ku geeriyooday Saba waxay leedahay kaliya ma shakhsiyan qofka jecel magaalada Muqdisho gudaha dalka Soomaaliya laakiin qoyska oo dhan baa jecel bay leedahay waxaana la leenahay xiriir fiican qaasatan iyadoo waxay leedahay xusuus ayaan la leeyahay haysa Soomaaliya ku luqayso iyadoo waliba aan tagin ama si fiican u garanayna dhaqankii iyo dadka Soomaaliyeed haddana laakiin waxay jeceshahay Saba inay wax badan ka ogaato oo ay ku haysto afka Soomaaliga caaw muuqaaladaas in kugu hayno Saba qaybta kale ee muhiimka ah xusida mudan ayaa waxay tahay inay tahay qof aad u dhaxgasha dadka Soomaalida raadisa dhaqamadooda riwaayadana ka sameysay magaalada Muqdisho iyo guud ahaan sawirro caaw aan jecelnahay inaan la wadaagno let's connect to that background to you current life where you are a highly educated person. You completed a degree in art history at the University of Rome, La Sapienza, where you graduated. You were someone who was working in the communication and publishing industry for television. You perform theatre performances. Why are you still connected to Mogadishu, to Somalia?
Thank you for your question. Because for the central parts of my life, I was connected with my father's culture. I was there in Italy, but after university, after my work there in edition company and my communication job, I really was missing something. I thought that there was something inside of me that it was hidden. It was covered by, I had to recall, and I had to, to dig into my memory and to find out what was going on. I felt the lack of something. And then through music, I built a sort of return to Mogadishu, to my roots. When my mother gave birth, I was born in our house, in our home, at the 4th kilometer in Mogadishu. And my placenta, how do you call it in English? Placenta? The envelope. You born with an envelope. And that envelope was buried in the ground of Mogadishu.
And what was in it?
How old I was?
What was in that envelope?
But was it? I mean, when you give birth, you have something. It was blood, something. How do you call it?
Yes. Yeah. We call it in many different ways. In Somali, if you go back, some people might have different ways of saying, but in the general Somali, it's called hudun, where when you're born, basically that. You cut it from the baby,
yes,
you put it into
exactly.
an envelope,
and you put it
you put it somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
And that was near kilometer 4, you said.
Yes,
brilliant.
So it is still there. So when when you was born in a place and that thing is in the ground, you belong. You always belong to that place.
To that place, yes.
Mogadishu.
So that's why you still feel like your identity is there, and that's why you will search and your roots of how long it takes. You always wanted, and you said you found it through music.
Yes, because music gave me the possibility to dig into my this background and this emotional thing that was coming out from my memory and from also from my mother's history and my family history and so on. So music is a good way to let it go.
Absolutely.
And also to rebuild a sort of return. I never had the opportunity to go back to Mogadishu because of the civil war, because everybody says that Mogadishu is dangerous and things like that. So I really felt this sort of barrier between me and my cradle. So through music, I had the opportunity to build this not physical but emotional return to that.
Yeah. Thank you, Saba. Way hay daawadayaal run ahaantii moodada inay dhinacyo badan ka taabatay Saba markay timaado. Tusaale ahaan waxaanu su'aashan weydiiyay waxay iyadoo ah qof wax bartay ku baratay jaamacadda Roma La Sapienza ee ku taala wadanka Talyaaniga caasimadda wadankaasi ay ku baratay waliba maadada xagga taariikhda iyo waliba markay timaado xagga farshaxanka oo kale ay jaamacadda kaga baxday qof wax bartay ahayd wuxuu shaqeynaysay warbaahinta Talyaaniga iyadoo theater iyo waxyaalaha loo yaqaan masraxiyadana run ahaantii ku caan baxda laakiin weli waxay leedahay magaalada Muqdisho ayaan ahaa qof ku sii xiran waxay leedahay sababaha aan uga tagay waxa kamid ah xaggii dhaqanka ilmo yar baan ahaan waan ku dhashay aabahay ahaan Talyaanigu waxay leedahay laakiin dhaqan ahaan Soomaali buu noqday waxaan dareemayay bay leedahay inaan wax iga maqan yihiin si walba aan wax u barto ama wax walba aan sameeyo waxaan isku dayay inaan dib ugu laabto xasuustaydii waxyaabahaas iga maqnaa oo dhan dib u raacitaankii waxyaabihii ka maqnaa markay dib u laabato waxay sheegtay in ay dareentay in xudunteedii ay ku duugan tahay magaalada Muqdisho qaas ahaan kilometer 4 xaafadda imika ay iyadu ku dhalatay ahayd lambar 4 dadku u yaqaaneen ayay ahayd meesha ay xudunteedu ku duugan tahay bashqad baa lagu riday leedahay marka ulajeedada hadalkeedu waxay tahay in ay dareemaysay maadaama Muqdisho ay ku dhalatay in xudunteedu ku duugan tahay ayna raadinaysay sidii u heli lahayd meeshii ay ku dhalatay laakiin waxay leedahay dib inaan u tago way adkaatay dhibaatada iyo dagaalada ka socda mar walba waxaan dareemayay inay wax iga xirayeen waxa markay isticmaalo bay leedahay xagga suugaanta iyo waliba musiga iyo heesaha si aan ugu gudbiyo dareenkayga ah jaceelkan u qaba magaaladaas ma aanan tagin laakiin dareenkii ayaan ku gudbiyo bay leedahay wixii qalbiga igaga taagnaa magaalada Muqdisho iyo jaceelka u qabtay I'm sure we're going to have some of the clips about Mogadishu but before I go to that I understand music it's probably one of the things that people unite or people always send their message through. And your first album came out in 2007. It's called Jitka, The Line. And tell me more about that. It's so amazing when I read it through the background of that album.
Yes, I had to find out how to give a title to this first album, to the debut album. So it was a very important moment for me. And I thought about this natural tattoo I have on my body, at the center of my body, on my belly. Because these weird things to hybrid people like me occur. Because this natural tattoo divides, this line, this jitka divides my body, my belly into two parts, a brighter one and a darker one. It's just like I have my mother, she's Ethiopian, my father, Italian, both of them at the center of my body, and I always carry them with me wherever I go. So I thought that that could be a very, the good, the right, the best symbol and the best way to tell the story of my family, to the hybrid story of my family. So Jitka was that name.
It seems like when explaining, you're too emotional about it, isn't it?
Yes, because, my father is not here anymore. He passed away a long time ago. And he never saw me singing on the stage and so on. And I think that he would have loved to hear me singing about Mogadishu.
Brilliant. Well, true. I'm sorry to hear the pass of your father. If I go back to the line Jitka, that first album, you described the diversity. We have 3 different languages, we have 3 different cultures, we have 3 different identities, and most importantly, 3 different nationalities. You have the Ethiopian mother, and you have, of course, the Italian father. At the same time, you were born in Somalia. So it's a Somali, Ethiopian, Italian, 3 different angles into your life. So tell me more about it. But we have one Saba, I know.
It's a big mess.
I know, it's a big mess.
But it's so interesting and so dynamic. And I don't have a given identity. I'm always searching for my identity, which is building up day by day. It's just like I have my roots running in front of me, not in the ground, but very dynamic. And so, yes, people, when I say, a lot of people ask me, where are you from? And I say, I come from my mom's womb. This is the best answer for everybody because, people want to put you into a category, into a place, and a precise, how can I say that I'm full Italian? How can I say I'm full Somali? How can I say I'm full Ethiopian? I'm all these things together, many more also. When I'm here, this is the prerogative of people, of hybrid people. People that was born in a place and they live now in a distant, far away from that place. This is our prerogative. We always feel foreigner everywhere, but at the same time at home. So it's a sort of superpower we have. And I enjoy it very much. Sometimes it's difficult because, society is not ready for diversity, this kind of diversity. The real diversity is the hybrid one, the real diversity for people. Because you don't feel comfortable in any kind of given identity. So this is the real diversity in a society.
Well, it certainly is. Waayahay daawadayaal Saba Anglana oo haddaad imika nagu soo biirtay ku dhalata magaalada Muqdisho hooyadeed ay tahay Ethiopian hooyadeedu Ethiopian ay ku sii dhalatay magaalada Muqdisho aabaheedu yahay Talyaani magaalada Muqdisho ay ku dhalatay xaafadda imika loo yaqaano number 4 oo ay sheegtay xudunteeda inay ku duugan tahay ayaynu caawa kaga hadlaynay in jacaylka u qabto magaaladaasi guud ahaan dalka Soomaaliya albunada markay timaad waxay tiri qaybta hore sidaan ku sharaxay markay timid jacaylka u qabtay magaalada Muqdisho maadaama aysan tagi karin xaggii suugaanta iyo heesaha iyo fariinteeda ku gudbisay albumkeeda ugu horeeyay wuxuu la magac baxay Jitka kadib markaan weydiinay sababaha ugu bixisay iyo waxa keenay waxa leedahay Jitka magac horta wuxuu qaatay wax badan maadaama yahay albumkii ugu horeeyay Jitkana waa waxa ay kala baray oo nolosheedii kala baray salahan aabihii oo ka yimid qaaradda Yurub hooyadii ka timid qaaradda Afrika dalkii ku dhalato Afrika iyo waliba saddexda dhaqan saddexda luqadood saddexda wadan iyo dhaqamada kala gedisan ee Ethiopia Soomaaliya iyo Talyaaniga taasna ay keentay tirin markii dadku ay weydiiyaan xagee ka timid inay tiraado caloosha hooyaday baan ka soo baxay aysan oranin waxaan ahay qof Talyaaniya ama Soomaaliya ama Ethiopiana intaba guud ahaan marka la fiiriyana u moodid in ay qaybtaas ku qeexayso kala duwanaanshaha dhaqamada iyo fikradaha kala gedisan iyo guud ahaan luqadaha kala duwan ee ay ka soo jeedo oo aan jecelnahay wax badan inaan ka sii ogaano muuqaalka ugu horeeya barnaamijkeena caawa ayaan jecelahay markaan inaanu gudbo waa theaterka masraxiyada markay timaado iyo xagga riwaayadaha qayb kamid ah afka Talyaaniga ku baxaysa kadibna iyada ayaa inoo soo sharaxi doonta daawasho wacan.
Questa città è piena di vento e al vento non si comanda perché porta a suo piacimento le benedizioni come le sventure. Il vento più temuto di tutti è Stafurò. Ali possenti e quando arriva dal mare
investe prima le case bianche della costa, che sembrano denti di una bocca spalancata, che beve acqua salata dal mare, quella che rende folli.
Tell us more about that. It's amazing pictures. Can you just explain to us more about it?
Those pictures, the black and white pictures, are from Mogadishu. My father took himself these pictures, and they are about the old Mogadishu through his eyes. And I used them to promote this monologue that I wrote about the 5 years I spent there, since I was born until the moment we left Mogadishu with my family. So it's really emotional because I speak in this clip, I speak about this wind, stafuro, this strong wind. When it blows, the people go to the river, to the seaside, and they kill little lambs, and they offer the blood of the lambs to the sea to stop the wind coming. So I still recall this strong voice of stafuro by singing. I remember that could be the voice of the wind. And there are also my family, you see, my mom with me and my grandfather and my grandmother and everybody living there in Mogadishu. We had such a wonderful time
you?
there. Yes, it's me at the 4th kilometer in our house. This is the sea. My father was working in the sea. He was working for a trade company, and I was taking care about this. And these are young Somali people who loved my father. He was really among some the youth. And that the last image is about the dark sea, because, you know, the dark sea is a symbol of how the war after that brought a lot of sadness in our hearts, not only in mine, but I think in every Somali hearts.
True. I mean, when you go back to the pictures, not just because these pictures, they somehow tells this story about you and the family and everything that relates to Mogadishu, but also when you're on your own and you watch these clips and view the clips and the pictures, what's the feeling like? Tell me more about it.
Well, it's incredible, because I used to put in my work a lot of personal things, which is pretty dangerous, you know, because you're in an entertainment business, and so it's sometimes you have to hide yourself. But, you know, all these things I make them public, because I need people to understand that the only value we have is our history, is our story, is our family, is our parents, is our mother and our motherland. This is the real wealth, the real richness of everybody. And I know that even though I speak about Mogadishu, a lot of the audience that come can be Ethiopians, can be Italians, everybody there can recognize themselves into these stories. So this is the way that every musician and every artist have to jump from a personal vision to a universal one, by the way, a universal one.
True. waayahay daawadaal haddaad imika nagu soo birteen Saba waxay ka hadlaysaa qaasatan sawiradeenu daawanayna iyadoo ay kamid tahay qoyskeeda kamid ahaayeen waa magaalada Muqdisho waqtigii dawladda dhexe ay jirtay isla markaana Saba markay soo tagtay dalka ka soo tagtay jirtay 5 sano oo kaliya balse dhinacyo badan marka laga fiiriyo ay sawiradaas ahayeen kuwa quruxda magaalada tusayay quruxda xagga badda quruxda guud ahaan dhismayaasha ku kala yaala magaalada Muqdisho caasimada dalka Soomaaliya sidoo kale waxay sharaxaysay xiriirka ayada iyo Soomaalida iyo aabaheed markay timaado aabaheed wuxuu ahaa qof ka shaqeyn jiray xagga badda wuxuu la shaqeynayay dhalinyaradii aad arkayseen Soomaalida ahayd sidoo kale markaan weydiiyay kaligeed markay tahay sawiradan magaalada Muqdisho ku dhalatay iyo jaceylka goonida ay u qabto markii la fiiriyo oo ay sawirada gooni u aragto maxay dareentaa waxayna sheegtay in qiimaha qofka ay tahay inuu dib u xasuusto taariikhdiisa iyo taariikhdiisa sida ay uga sheekeynayso qofka noloshiisa hadii halad xagga qoyska waalidiinta caruurta walaalaha asxaabta iyo guud ahaanba deegaanka uu qofku korkoray kuwa wax ku bartaama uu ku dhashay intaba awoodid su'aalo badan oo arrintaas la xiriira in aan inayno sidoo kale xagga ku luuqaynta heesaha Soomaaliga ayay ku luuqaysaa waan jecelahay wax badan inaan ka sii weydiiyo hadii ay beedno let's talk about more to do with the link between your mother and your father, they met in Somalia, isn't it? And that's how they got to know. They fell in love with each other in Somalia.
Yes, because my father, he was a teacher also, at some Italian school, yes. And I met here in London a lot of people who were at school with my father.
So he used to be...
They came to my concerts and they meet me and saying, "Oh, your father, he was our teacher." And it's so moving for me, you know. The world is a little house and it contains everybody. And yes, they fell in love there in Mogadishu. And it was,
so
you know...
Let's I'm sorry to cut you there. You said your father was, of course, a teacher.
Yeah.
What about your mother?
My mom, she worked for him in office because he was also managing some cinemas around Mogadishu. Cinema Missione, Cinema Hammar. I know that many Somali will recall these names.
He used to run these places.
Yes, and he was the director of these cinemas. He had different activities there. And my mom, she was working at the office with him.
At the school?
For him. At this office, because he was a teacher, but he was doing a lot of jobs at the same time.
Yeah, I see.
He was very active. And he was so... But there were a big difference of age between them. But he was so active, so dynamic. And so he was just like a young man, although he was pretty much older than my mom.
I see. And... in a bit, we're going to go to Hawaii, which is one of my favourite ones, to be honest.
I know, I guess.
Before I go, and that's something that more likely you're connected to Somalia, because that is the Somali lyrics that you use in, how much you remember maybe, and how much you love the language. But still, I'm on the story about your mum and your dad. They fell in love with each other. Your mum used to work for him, your father, and that's how it started. Regardless of the gap of the age, but at the end of the day, they came to a position where they like each other, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. I mean, my mom, she was the first of 8 brothers and sisters. It was a big Ethiopian family in the heart of Mogadishu, in the Hamarwein.
Yeah.
And so my grandparents, they were there since a long time ago. My mother, she was born there in Ospedale de Martino, in the Martino Hospital. So because my grandmother, she was working there as an obstetrician. So, you know, they were so much inside inside the city. Yes, they loved it very much. And they met there in Mogadishu. Mogadishu was the place where they fell in love.
And the true love came.
Oh, yes, because Mogadishu was so romantic. What really makes me sad is that I think that nothing that I recall, nothing in my memory is now still. It's not living now there. I don't know. I try desperately to ask to the people that come from Mogadishu, now how is the town? How are the buildings? What's new? And I think I would never recognize nothing, but it's part of the story. Now we have to move on and to think that Mogadishu can live again as the beautiful town that once was, the romantic town that once was.
Brilliant. Okay, and finally, before I go to Hawaii, in the Western media, they describe Mogadishu as the worst place in the world, the most dangerous city in the world. And maybe you're in Italy or in London or anywhere around the world, when you see a TV presenter or a reporter or a politician from the Western world who is describing Mogadishu as the most dangerous place, how does that make you feel?
I say to them that this is the wrong definition. I say that if you want to give the good definition, call it the lost paradise. The lost paradise. This is my own definition, yes.
For Mogadishu.
Yes, it's the symbol, because it was indeed a paradise. Now it's lost, and we all hope that it will become as the beautiful city as one.
Brilliant. Okay, in a minute we're going to go to Hawaii. Waa daawadayaal raxanta mudad qiimo iyo su'aalo badan ba marka laga soo tagay inay noo soo socoto sidoo kale Hawaii. Labadii su'aalood ugu muhiimsanayd aan weydiino midda koowaad xagga jacaylka aabaheed oo Talyaani ahaa iyo hooyadeed oo ka soo jeeday asal ahaan dalka Ethiopia ka hor intii aysan Saba dhalan oo ay markaa hooyadeed aabaheed ku kulmeen magaalada Muqdisho waxayna noo sheegtay hooyadeed inay u shaqeyn jirtay aabaheed oo markaa isagu ahaa macallin magaalada London ee caalamka meel kala gedisan ay kula kulantay Soomaali kala duwan oo aabaheed oo macallin u ahaa sidoo kale aabaheed ma ahayn kaliya macallin wuxuu xafiiskiisa uu ka shaqeyn jiray qiimaha kala gedisan iyo waliba shaqooyin kala duwan oo magaalada Muqdisho hooyadeed dhinaceeda ilaa iyooyinkeeda ayaa magaalada Muqdisho deganaa ilaa waxay ka shaqeyn jireen isbitaalka Martini degmada Xamar Weyne oo meesha inta ugu badan hooyadeed iyo aabaheed ka shaqeynayeen ku kulmeen kadibna jaceylku halkaas uu ka bilowday kadibna Saba ayaa dhalatay marka wax ka weydiiyay magaalada Muqdisho xiriirka ay la leedahay iyo burburka iminka jira way ka xuntaa run ahaantii way jeclaan lahayd in magaaladu ay wanaagsan tahay laakiin qaybta ah siyaasiyiinta reer galbeedka iyo warbaahinta caalamku markay Muqdisho ku qeexaan inay tahay magaalada ugu xun ama ugu qatarsan xagga nolosha ee qofku ku noolaan karo ama ugu halisan ee halis ah waxay leedahay waa qeexitaan qalad ah ay aaminsan tahay in magaalada lagu tilmaamo laakiin waxay aaminsan tahay in lagu tilmaamo jannadii burburtay magaalada Muqdisho inay tahay laakiin aan lagu qeexin inay tahay caasimada ama magaalada ugu halisan ama halista ugu badana inuu qofku ku noolaado ama qatarta ugu badan qofku ku noolaan karaa waayahay runtii su'aalo badan baa inoogu horay qadad badanna waa la sheegay inay qadka ku jiraan jecelna fursad inaan siino balse markaana xagga Hawaii It's very emotional, isn't it? Way hay daawada waxa maqlayseen huwa filay in badan oo kamid ah hooyooyinkiya inay garanayaan ama waalidiintuba si guud laakiin aan jecelahay su'aalo badan arintaas iyo guud ahaanba sida ugu luuqaysan inaan ka weydiiyo su'aalo badan. I ask you to sing it for us here as we speak, but before I do that, let's talk about a bit more how emotional it is for you when you sing and who taught you this Somali lyrics?
My mom, of course. These are the first words even though I can't speak Somali very well. I mean, I can understand. Also, when you translate, I can get some words.
Brilliant.
Somali سفيان ما وتقانا a little bit, little
you
few
try.
words.
You
Yes,
try
I tried my best. But I can say that Somali, although I can't speak Somali. Somali is my mother tongue, in the sense that it's the language that I learned from my mom. The few first words that I heard were Somali, and the first words were from this lullaby, which is really, if we all, from people from diaspora and Somali people, if we describe a house that contains everybody, this house would be this song, Hua Ya Hua, which is a song that everybody recall in their childhood, everybody knows. I think this gave me the popularity through among Somali people all over the world, because it is a really emotional song. Everybody knows this song. And a lullaby is such an imprinting to everybody, such a strong thing that you keep it in your mind, in your heart especially. And so I wanted very deeply that this song was in my first album, because this is the song and the first point where all the story started.
I believe you speak earlier when I asked, you speak Italian, you speak English, you speak little Amharic, as you said, Somali. Yet again, you prefer Somali to be the mother tongue, as you said rightly, because it's the first language you've ever heard from your mom, whether it's the words, whether it's about these lyrics that she was more likely mothers to in every single occasion in the early days of a child. So how much are you willing to learn the Somali language?
I think definitely I have to take some classes now. I know at the university in Rome, there are some good classes of Somali language, definitely. Because, you know, my mom, she's very shy to speak in Somali. Because she was born there. Of course, she was speaking a wonderful Somali, but she forgot it. I'm speaking about more than, something like 40 years ago.
Is she in Italy?
She's now in Italy. She lives in Rome. And so when I wanted to record this album in Somali, she said, "What? Are you recording in Somali? But you can't even speak in Somali. How can you do that? Are you crazy? Blah, blah, blah." I said, "Mom, understand that this is not a matter of language. This is a matter of feeling." And it's incredible how she built her return in Mogadishu through my music. That was a big success. That was very, very, very moving for me. Because, you know, it's a bit frustrating not knowing Somali, not knowing Amharic. But most of the people, Somali people especially, they forgive me. Because they find it very, sort of very emotional effort. So they said, "Oh, you're a good girl, you try, and we listen to you." And I have a lot of people, Somali people, all over the world that can listen to my music, that wants my music. And what I love is that in my audience there are Ethiopians and Somali together, Italian, everybody. So it's an audience made of different people. And so also my message of peace through languages that melt one to each other, it's a good message. They kept this message. So everybody is there at my concerts.
I see, and I got more questions about that peace and humanity and how much you've cared about, especially about the next track where you have the title Bio means water means love. So I'll come to that in a minute. Way hadawadayaal haddaad imika nagu soo biirteen Saba Anglana oo iyadu ku dhalatay magaalada Muqdisho hooyadeed ahayd Ethiopian aabaheedu ahaa Talyaani magaalada Muqdisho waxay ka sheekeynaysaa jacaylka u qabtay sida ay u jeceshahay haysta daawateen waliba xagga huwaayada ay qaaday isla markaana markaan wax ka weydiiyay afka Soomaaliga si fiican ugu ma hadli taqaano haddana laakiin way ku heesaysaa sida hooyadeed bay ku tini taasina ay ahayd dadaalka dheer ay gashay kadib markii ay weydiisay hooyadeed su'aalo badan oo la xiriira shakhsiyanaydu waxay leedahay luqadda koowaad waxay ku hadashaa luqadaha Talyaaniga Ingiriiska Amhariga lagaga hadlo wadanka Ethiopia iyo afka Soomaaliga wax yar ay garanayso haddana laakiin waxay leedahay afka Soomaaliga ayaan u garanay inuu yahay afkayga koowaad maadaama hooyadii dhashay markaan magaalada Muqdisho ku dhashay ay ahayd afkii ugu horeeyay igula hadashay erayadii ugu horeysay igula hadasho afka Soomaaliga sida daraadeed ayaan u jecelahay in aan ugu yeero afka Soomaaliga inuu yahay afkii hooyo waxaan kala weydiiyay inay jecesha inay barato yes waxay tiri waan baranayaa hadii ay beedmo qaas ahaan magaalada Rome ee wadanka Talyaaniga waxaa lagu dhigaa casharo galaasyada afka Soomaaliga lagu barto casharadaas oo ay doonayso inay ku barato balse erayadan waxaa ka caawiyay hooyadeed markay timaado hoowaye oo ay ahayd erayada heesta aan jecelahay in ay inoo haysto aan kadibna su'aalo badan ka weydiino may I ask you to sing hoowaye for us as we speak now?
Yes, but don't fall asleep.
I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep.
You know, it's a lullaby. Huwa huwa hawarta majokta kobehede khadate koryo kofire jirta huwa tarikha umhata ido isodato nimbo melkuturte hawarta wasana khudonta idamel der ma aden hawarta haba kusidonta idamar kasto wa ku fikiresa hoyoda watana habsi hoyoda watana habsi hoyoda watana habsi hoyoda watana
That is quite beautiful, amazing, isn't it? And how you memorized took you how long? Because I know you can't speak fluent Somali.
I can speak some. Thank you for saying fluent, but I can speak Somali. Maybe I don't.
A bit, yes. Let's put that way. And then your mum was there to help you, amazingly.
Yes.
And then you managed not only to sing the song, but also you memorized the words with passion, with emotion, with love, with everything possible you can express your feelings.
Yes, and I asked my mom, come, sit here, just sing me again those those words. Sing me again. I remember it was Uwaya Hua. Howard Tamajokta. I still remember Howard Tamajokta. Your mother is not here. She went away. She left for a long trip, and it was so beautiful to recall this one. I said yes, correct. And then she added new words because I know that in the traditional, every mother puts some new words for her baby, for her child.
Of course.
Just to, know.
And I'm sure I'll ask you more questions on that in a minute. We have a caller all the way from your city, Rome, your second capital city. I believe Mogadishu is your first city, isn't it?
Definitely.
Rome is your second city. Mohamed Roberto, kamida wariyaasha telefishinka caalamiga Universal TV. Afka Talyaanigana si fiican ugu hadla, afka Soomaaligana sidoo kale ku hadla. Mohamed Roberto, marka koowaad aan ku salaamay. Hello, Mohamed Roberto, ay maqashaan filaya.
Mohamed oo ku salaamay.
waan ka qaaday aniga iyo Saba waynu ku salaanay afka Talyaaniga si fiican ba u garanaysa in badan oo kamid ah muuqaalada iyo heesaha Saba. Sabana waa isku fiicantiin.
Such a surprise.
Saba, come stai?
Ciao, come stai Roberto? That's
Universale, sono riuscito a intervistarti,
Bellissimo. Grazie che sei qui. Thank you for being here. I mean, I hear your voice. How are things in Roma?
Perché non lo canti? Perché non lo canti Hoyo?
Hoyo, appena cantato Hoyo. He said, why don't you sing Hoyo? You were at the phone, you didn't hear, but I already sang it for
the audience.
For the audience.
Mohamed waxaan ka codsanaya inaad ka fogaato TV-ga internetka runhaantii codkaaga aad u moodaa inuu uga fog yahay ka codsanaya inuu ka fogaado TV-ga iyo internetka qorku ku jiro. Ha fadlan ka fogow he's sitting next to the TV so we can't hear.
Allora canti Jitka.
Okay.
Jitka. He said, please sing Jitka.
Okay. We have a video clip. Mohamed waxaan haynaa muuqaal Jitka heesta aan jecelahay inaad qadkiina ugu jirtid aad daawatid aan ka codsan inaad ka fogaato TV-ga iyo internetka barnaamijka aad baan kaaga mahad celinayna inaad nala soo xiriirtay.
Okay, send bella cosa di.
Well, I believe he said something good.
Yes, he said.
Saying goodbye?
Yes, a goodbye. Ciao Roberto.
Ciao.
Tanti abbracci. See you in Rome. Ciao.
I need to learn Italian.
Thank you for this surprise.
Is that what you're saying? Cool.
You need to. A lot of Somali people can speak Italian. I know.
Many of my good friends do. Yeah, I need to. Yes. All I understand is come stai. I believe that's how.
Come stai. How you doing?
How you doing? Right. And how do you say? You're doing well. Bravo. Is it?
Sto bene. I'm doing well. I'm okay.
You're doing well.
Sto bene.
Oh, I see. And how do you say goodbye?
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. I'm trying to learn.
You will teach me some Somali. I will teach you some Italian. Okay.
We exchange words. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. وهي محمد روبرتا oo jooga wadanka Talyaaniga kamid ah wariyaasha telefishinka caalamiga Universal aad buu u mahadsan yahay. Before I go to Jitka, I need this is very amazing and I would like to go back again as I said it earlier. It's about the identity, it's about how you multi-layer it with different influences. It's about your mother tongue. It's about all forms of cultures and all the different sides of you. We're going to play that in a minute. Jitka, that album that came out in 2007. I want you to be fully focused because I'll be asking you a lot of questions in a minute. Okay. Balaynu daawano muuqaalkeena xiga. More to do with that. As I said, I'll be asking you more questions because when I read it through all the albums and all the songs, when I read through the background, the information, when I was doing my research about you and how your story is, everything from when you were at the television in Rome or back home in Mogadishu or all the way now today. I want to know more about, you were so passionate, and the way you sing the song on the stage, the way you perform, it's coming from your heart, isn't it?
Yes, and I love stages. I mean, I'm an actress as well. I know that my body, not only my voice, but all my body is speaking to the audience. So through my movements and through my hands and my head and everything, to dancing, it's a sort of message. I can't stand still and just singing. I need to express my feelings from my body. And I think the audience has another key to understand the words, because, you know, I mainly perform in Italy, and the audience, it's difficult for them to understand what I say in Somali or in Ethiopian. So I try to involve the entire my body, all my emotions, to give them a message. And you know what? Most of the time they don't need a translation. They can understand the meaning. And while I'm on the stage, while I perform, I give them some translations, little translation, but I don't need to translate everything.
Of course.
They get the meaning. I think this is a good achievement for me.
And that's the body language, how important it is when performers and musicians and anybody who wants to perform something on the stage.
It's another language,
it's so important, isn't it? Body language.
It is. It is, indeed, another language. It's something that you can use and you should use. And it's something that is useful even for the daily life.
Brilliant. waayahay sidaad arkayseen jidka qaybta heestaas aad daawateen waa aad ugu weyn iyada maadaama ay dhaqamo kala gedisan wadamo kala duwan luqado kala gedisan intaba ay nolosheeda ku lug leeyihiin Soomaaliga sidan doona uguma gudbi kara bay leedahay fariinteeda afka Amxaariga oo hooyada u dhalatay wadanka Ethiopia bay leedahay sidan doona uguma gudbin kara bay leedahay fariinteeda laakiin waxaan isku dayaa inaan luqadii gacantii maxadan taqaybii kala gedisnahay jirka aan isticmaalo si fariinta aan ku gudbiyo waana sababta markaan masraxiyadaha ama masraxada aan tago bay leedahay oo wax umada raba inaan u sheego ama si aan raba inaan ugu heeso aan fariinta ugu gudbiyo intaba si ay u fahmaan mararka qaarkoodna ma aha inaan u fasiro leedahay waxay ka fahmi karaan jirkeyga iyo wajigeyga sidaan u sheegay ama aan u matalayo fariinta marka aan doonayo inaan gudbiyo I'm going to play hopefully soon about Saba Anglana in Addis, which means you were in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. I'll be playing that in a minute. But before I go, because when I was reading about your background, it says you're more into humanity, you're more into peace and stability. You want to see a better day for the humanity all around, for humans around the world. And more importantly, you are more into education, you're more into health, you're more into water, access, people to have access to clean water.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
In 2010, after Jitka, 2 years after Jitka, I recorded this album called Bio, which of course you know, it means water.
Absolutely.
And I found that water was such an important issue because whenever I traveled there, I always felt that people were really suffering about the lack of water. And it is such a sacred... I think that it is really connected with the spirituality, water and spirituality. And so I wanted to call the new album, that album, Bio, because Bio, it's a Somali word which means water, and Bios, it's an ancient Greek word that means life. So water and life are strictly and deeply connected one to each other. So I wanted to speak about that in different ways about water. And after that work, this international organization, I don't know if you heard about it, it's AMREF, it's our NGO, wanted me as an ambassador to speak, to tell to the people about these issues. So I traveled a lot in Ethiopia and in Kenya as well, to visit all the villages and to understand how can they improve their existence by simply digging a well, how it changes completely the situation. So I recorded a new album also after Bio. I recorded Live Changanisha because of this experience through the villages and through visiting the digs. So of course, the wells. Of course, it is such an important issue for me to be very next to the people, close to the people, close to the real needs of the people, because I belong to them. I'm one of them. I can't remember. I can't forget that people are suffering. How can we live in the western side of the world, forgetting about our roots and forgetting about the place where we belong or where we were born? So this is a way to help them.
And to send the message, isn't it?
To send the message, to spread the message, and to collect some money
as well
for them.
Brilliant.
Because through this foundation, we can do a lot. So I do a lot of charity concerts, and I try to spread out the message, yes, also through media about this.
As much as you can. Brilliant.
As much as I can, yeah.
Okay. waayahay run ahaanta umooda muuqaalkaas inuu noo soo socdo Saba Anglana kaliya maaha in fariinteeda xagga fankii sugaanta iyo gudbinta dareenkeeda inuu yahay kaliya inay shakhsiyan ay isku ekayso, laakiin waxay aaminsan tahay in waxbarashada, caafimaadka iyo biyaha oo waliba qaybtaas aan daawan doona haddii baydmo ay tahay saddexda qaybood ee ugu muhiimsan ee ay badanaa fariinta ku gudbiso iyo guud ahaanba arrimaha bini'aadanimada la xiriira oo ay u gudbinayso caalamka inteeda kale. Tusaale ahaan waxay leedahay waxaanu ku noolnahay wadamada reer galbeedka, laakiin inaanu iloona maaha meeshii aynu ka nimid. Tusaale ahaanba wadankii aan ku dhalanoo kale dadka ku noolna ay la yihiin biyo oo ah bay leedahay nolol. waana muuqaalka soo socda kadib markay boqotay magaalada Addis Ababa, mid ka mid ah iskuulada ku yaala magaaladaas ee xarunta wadanka Ethiopia. Well, that was a short way of saying you went to this. If you can go there to explain it in a minute, because I got 2 more questions and I got a clip to play, and I got less than 5 minutes to finalize everything. But quickly, you went to Addis. You were in a class with
a school with some students, with primary school. They're so young, so little, and I believe that education can be such an important thing to I mean, it's a way to improve the situation. Hope is in education for everybody. So I try to help them and to provide to them all the things that they can have to go on, to learn as much as possible, to go on with their education. That's what I do. So health and education are the most important thing. Yeah, so
brilliant. Waayahay sida daawanaysan muuqaalkaas waxay iyadoo tagtay magaalada Addis Ababa, mid ka mid ah iskuulada ku yaala magaaladaas, ayna booqatay si ay ugu dhiirigeliso caruurta waxbarashada muhiimadda ay leedahay, ayna sheegtay in waxbarashadu ay tahay wadada looga bixi karo saboolnimada iyo guud ahaanba dhibaatooyinka ka jira wadamada salaam halkeenu ka nimid ee bariga iyo geeska Afrikaba. waxaan jecelahay bal markaana intaanan u gudbin qaybihii ugu dambeeyay barnaamijkeenan caaw kusoo gabagabeyn doona heesteeni huwaaye balse waxaan jecelahay inaan dib ugu laabto. When it comes to Somali musicians and singers, I know you are more into the world stage of different music, different cultures, different people. But do you think you will ever work closely with a Somali musician? Do you think you will do something with Somali musicians?
This is the right moment to say to everybody, please, if you have any idea, contact me. I'm here in the world. I'm through internet. Contact me. Send me ideas. We can collaborate because music can keep people together. So I'm ready. I would love to, and I try to. Also here in London.
I see.
So I'm completely open.
I see. And finally, you have an upcoming event or festivals or concerts here in the city of London.
Yes, I'm very happy to announce that on the 3rd of December, next 3rd of December, I'll be in London with rich mix to the rich mix place, to the stage there, to present my new album. The name of the album is Ye Katama Hod, which means the belly of the city in Amharic. I'll be there with my band. We'll make a great party, and I wait everybody there to support, to sing, dance, have fun, and to understand how we can enjoy ourselves by saying all these important issues. I mean, saying things about peace and health and identity shouldn't be boring, can be very fun, or can be very, we can enjoy it. Yes, definitely. So I thank very much Numbi Arts, which is such an active organization here in London that creates a lot of events about identity and music, African music. So I'll be here, and I wait for you. We will sing together Wayahua.
I will certainly come along. Waayahay daawadayaal waxaanu ku sii doonaa gabagabadii barnaamijkii barnaamijkeena kadib markaan weydiinay xagga muhiimadda waxbarashada sidoo kale 3 bisha December sanadkan 2015 inay magaalada London ku leedahay bandhig ay ku soo bandhigi doonto suugaanteeda guud ahaan qaas ahaan albanadii ugu dambeeyay cusba. I'm coming to the final end. I have less than a minute to conclude. Your final message to the audience. I know there are many people across many parts of the world, those in particular in Mogadishu, the city that is very close to your heart, the city you described, a paradise that's lost. What's your final message to our audience? You've got less than a minute.
Yes, less than a minute. I say, I need that paradise as much as you need that paradise. So let's build peace. Let's stay together. No barriers between us. We are all the same. We are children of God. Everybody, we are the same. We need the same things. We need that one love. And I really think that through music, we can make it. We can build beautiful things. So support peace, and don't feel diversities. Just be together. Join.
Certainly, the final and powerful message there. I would like to thank you, Saba Anglana, for joining us tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mohammed.
It's good to have you. And I look forward to seeing you December the 3rd.
Thank you. Yes,
hopefully
definitely.
To that big event. Waayahay gabagabadii wuxuu kusoo gabagabayay safarinteeda ugu dambaysa inay jeclaan lahayd magaalada Muqdisho ay ugu magac dartay jannadii la lumiyay ama la baabi'iyay inay dib u soo laabato iyadoo run ahaantii sheegtay nabaddu inay muhiim tahay in laga wada shaqeeyo nabaduna ay tahay waxay ku baaqayso aad bay u mahadsan tahay Saba Anglana hooyadeed Ethiopian tahay aabaheed Talyaani yahay ku dhalatay magaalada Muqdisho xaafadda kilometer 4 isla markaana jecel inay tagto dalkii maalmaha kamid aad baad ugu mahadsan tahay guud ahaan waxaan mahad celinaa inta barnaamijka nagala qayb qaadata daawadayaasha meel caalamka joogana kaga mahad celinaa si qaas waxaan ugu mahad celinaa madaxa farsamayaqaanada Cabdalla Umar Mudiir iyo madaxa barnaamijyada aan iraahda Maxamed Axmed Xaaji Cagmadhig iyo guud ahaan maamulka iyo Xamduun Abubakar Mubaarak iyo Injineer Axmed inta way ku mahadsan yihiin mahad gaara waxa leh oo barnaamijkan isku dubariday gacan weyn ka geystay Ali Xasan Saalax Ali Naaji caaw farsamadii inoo fadhiyay Aliyow aad baad u mahadsan tahay stuudiyaha koowaad iyo fadhiya asaga iyo martida kaleba waan jecelahay in aan ku soo gabagabeeyno aniga oo Maxamed Saciid ayaa barnaamijkan la socodsiinayay waxaanu kaga tagnaa heestani huwaaya